Hey there, this is Justin from CartoonSmart.com, and we've got an awesome ebook starter kit for sale. And I call this a starter kit because it's got 3 Xcode templates and also a bunch of video tutorials that will guide you through the setup process. The very first video goes through provisioning profiles, getting your app ID, all the kind of basics for just getting set up as an application developer and getting ready to submit your app or your book app to the iTunes App Store, and that can be a little tricky if you've never done it before. So it's a lot of things that I wish I had known early on, explained in the video, and then we'll start talking about the actual templates. That'll go through about 6 videos, and then around the 7th video, we're going to start talking about things that you absolutely have to do to get approved to sell a book in the App Store, because a lot of people don't know this. There is a category in the App Store called books, but there's also that separate iBook store. So if they don't feel like your book application is doing enough, Apple's going to reject your book and say it belongs in the iBook store, which is a completely different format. There's no real interactivity other than just the basic book functions of flipping pages and things like that. So if you're making like a kid's book or anything, even just like this example book here, that you want people to interact with a little bit, you're going to want to watch this video, because it's going to go over some very easy code in the last few videos, and it's maybe no more than a half hour worth of video tutorials that talk about things you can do that you can tell your app reviewer, listen, this is what differentiates my book from something that would be put in the iBook store. And let's face it, there are way more people searching the App Store than that separate application called iBooks. And, you know, when it comes down to money, you're going to want more of it. So you're going to want more people searching for your stuff and just randomly finding it. And right now, there's obviously a huge market for children's books on the iPad. So really, if you've got all your pages already done for your book, let's say it's a children's book, everything's already been illustrated, that's fine. You don't have to add too many interactive elements, but you just got to add a little something, a little bit of animation. That could be as simple as putting in 3 lines of code that just makes a specific page rain, or some fire effects or a sun, things like that. And also audio too. You can put in some background sounds, just even ambient noises like you know, the wind blowing or forest noises, things like that. Just any little thing that you can tell your reviewer, here we go. This makes it unique. So let's take a look at the book in action. Not saying, but you can change all the images inside of this file. It just comes down to overriding the existing files in there. So they are labeled sequentially: page 0.png, page 1, page 2, and page 3, and so on. Of course, the full videos will tell you all about doing that, but just know that anything here can be changed. These are just buttons up here in the left, right, and top corner, so that artwork can be overwritten as well. And these are all optional too. Well, you gotta have some way for your people to be able to navigate through here. But the top left corner is optional if you don't want to include some sort of menu that shows people other buttons, or an in-app purchase, or or a quick jump to the index. You don't have to do that. But yeah, you should have some way of people navigating around here. So left or right, swipe forward or backwards, obviously, or just tap works as well. And I'm showing you guys the template that's got a little bit of extra code. With some special effects in there. So for example, this fireworks you can see is kind of out of place in this book, but this could look great in a children's book. And the cool thing is this will even turn when the page turns, so you can kind of see that that effect still keeps going in there. And then this is just an effect that I included in here that was an explosion, just to show you guys that if you do want to add a series of animated images, you can include that as well. I've also got code that's very simple to incorporate just for that. It's really just 1 line of code, actually. And then of course you can set up an index, so all these are clickable, and you can kind of choose what happens when people are pressing down. For right now, it's just kind of this red highlight. And we've also got some code in here for showing you guys how to tap an image and then reveal another image. So this is just relatively simple. Just press right there and it'll make something else appear. So All very simple code to incorporate, and of course there is a video section for each one of these things. And yeah, it's a template that you can do a whole lot with, and you could really make an interesting guidebook or children's book or whatever it is. So I hope you enjoy it.